so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it, and I hope everyone is doing really well. Recently, I have been approached with that oh so common misconception that fruit is bad because of how sugary it is. In fact, the exact thing I was told was, fruit is sweet, therefore you shouldn't eat it. This idea comes from the actual issue that we have with sugar. Fruit is very sweet and it is made up of predominantly sugar. However, to say all sugar is bad is to say all sugar is equal. However, that is not the case. Fruit is made up of fructose, which is a natural sugar, and it's actually very important to our bodies. It's a great source of energy, and it's actually the key to a properly functioning brain. Fruit also contains water, fiber, and other beneficial nutrients, including something called phenols. Phenols are antioxidants that are great for the body. They help us protect against heart disease and cancer, just to name a few diseases. So this just shows how good fruit is for us. It's full of vitamins, minerals, fiber, nutrients, very good things to help our bodies protect ourselves from diseases. It helps our brain function and it gives us energy. Now the counterpart is processed sugar. So when people say sugar is bad, they're referring to processed sugar, not the natural sugars that are found in fruit. Processed sugar is very hard on our bodies. It's hard for our bodies to digest it and kind of let it pass through our body. It takes a longer time for our body to break down processed sugar than fructose. So it's more likely to store processed sugar in our bodies, and stored sugar turns to fat. Lastly, processed sugar does not contain the beneficial nutrients that fruit does. So it really does harm our bodies rather than helps it. But that's processed sugar, not all sugars. There's a reason why fruit is its own food group. Because it's beneficial, because it's important, because it is good to be incorporated into a well-balanced diet. It should not be eliminated and it should not be feared. So this leads me to, where does this kind of thinking, this negative perception of fruit, where does it lead? So the first thing is food fearing. A lot of people are afraid of carbs. They're afraid of fruit. It's such a dangerous mindset to have, to fear such a good, wholesome food, such as fruit. I myself did not eat fruit for several years because I was terrified of all carbs, fruit included, and I was miserable. The moment I started eating fruit again, there was a switch in my personality. My mood changed, my perception changed, and it really helped me maintain a healthy lifestyle. And it still helps me through recovery by incorporating fruit. I kid you not, makes a huge difference on how my day goes. It gives me energy. It really is a positive, maybe because I have such a sugary sweet tooth, it really gives me a positive way of looking at life. I don't know if it's attributed to fruit, probably not. It's probably just my mind slowly changing through recovery, but fruit was a big stepping stone for me. So food fearing, not a good place to end up in. This kind of myth-believing mentality can also lead to restriction. When you fear food, you restrict that food, and eventually you eliminate that food. So like I said, I was afraid of fruit and I cut it out and it made me miserable. And when I incorporated it back in, it really helped me. This is kind of a funny thing, but you're missing out on taste. Fruit, yes, it's sweet, but there are so many types of fruits from all over the world, so many different tastes, and you're missing out on a complete food group. You're missing out on such variety. And the last thing that this kind of thinking can take you to is you're missing out on such vital nutrients. Fruit gives you so much. Not just energy, not just the ability to have a well-functioning brain, but it gives you antioxidants, it protects you from so many diseases, it gives you fiber to help your body do its job, and so many other vitamins and minerals. So in conclusion, I have 2 points to kind of wrap this whole, kind of summarize this whole thing. Not all sugars are equal. There's processed sugar and there's natural sugars. One is beneficial, one is harmful to our bodies. Learn the difference. And the second point is eat fruit. Don't be afraid of it. Incorporate it into your diet. So that was a quick myth-busting video about fruit and sugar. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, maybe subscribe. As always, feel free to leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Bye!